I described in details in Level 1 how Yahweh was a composite of many different deities, such as Enlil, Ea, Anu, and more. Enlil, of course, was the god of wrath, whom we all shall fear, and who told Abraham to kill his son Isaac to prove his devotion to God. Enlil then stopped him in the last minute. He just wanted to make sure he could trust his chosen human. Enlil as YHVH/Jehovah, was also the one who forced his chosen people to walk for decades in the desert to find their holy land, and he gave Moses the 10 commandments of "Ye shall not." Some say the 10 commandments are really just a watered-down version of the original commandments, which were 500 in number. Enlil wanted to make sure that the Lulus didn't have any other gods beside him. He thus became known as the jealous god. Enlil or Anu was the one who told Joshua to trumpet down the walls of Jericho and kill everybody inside the city, men, women, and children. I've always used this example, but also the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah as proof of an evil God, who orders his chosen people, often Hebrews and Jews, Project Elohim, to go out and kill in his name, while it clearly says in the 10 Commandments that "Ye shall not kill." Of course, this doesn't count if God tells you to murder someone, because then killing is ordered by a divine being. The Christian defenders of Jehovah are telling me that the people, including innocent children, who were killed on God's command deserved it, because they were all evil. So, the babies were evil, too? Oh yes, I forgot. We are all born as sinners. The reader can probably clearly see how screwed up our religions are and how much harm they have done. Not only Christianity, Judaism, and Roman Catholicism, all major religions are huge obstacles to mankind's progress. Only the person who is already on a spiritual path and can distinguish between deception and truth can read the Bible and other sacred texts and extract the truth from the lies and evil teachings. Ea also possessed the God entity, YHVH on occasion, and we see a mellower God, but still someone to be worshipped and obeyed. Ea only posed as YHVH when he had something on his mind he wanted people to do. But only in these few above paragraphs it's easy to see how schizophrenic this Judeo-Christian God is, and still so many people think that this is how God should be. Who would seriously want to go to heaven if we have to meet a God like that there? Instead of living in peace in an eternal paradise, we would live in constant fear that God would have a schizophrenic outbreak and kick us all down to hell. My purpose is not to be sacrilegious here, but this whole agenda needs to be exposed for what it is. And people need to wake up, rub their eyes and look at the world in wonder, seeing a whole new reality before their eyes, where there is no God authority who can control their lives. We are all in control of our own lives. We are individuals who are supposed to explore the universe and bring our experiences back to Source, Mother Goddess, so we and she can all learn more about ourselves as individuals and as one. We are supposed to go out and explore the universe, and we should have been able to do so a long time ago. But we have been stopped by the same star beings that a majority of people here on Earth still worship as gods. As long as we do that, we are continuing to build our own trap. The truth is everywhere, but do people really want to see and understand it? Are they willing to break the God spell, a term author and researcher Neil Freer coined? There is no excuse for not knowing anymore. The internet and books and lectures are full with overwhelming evidence of the deception of the major religions. So, the proof is there. Now it's just a matter of people being willing to change their belief systems. That's a tough one, but it has to be done. I can't stress that enough, and I will stress it more in later papers. If we don't break the God spell, humankind is doomed. Yes, it's that important. We are stuck here as long as we agree with our oppressors, which we do when we agree with their false religions, education system, banking system, slavery, torture, war, killing, and the list goes on. All these spells need to be broken, or we are in deep trouble. I will definitely talk more about this soon. Many empires have arisen and died over the centuries, and the Roman Empire is probably the one we first come to think of. Much is written about this, and in the context of what has been discussed in these papers so far, it's quite easy to figure out how it's all connected. I mention the Roman Empire here, however, because I want to tell the reader something peculiar, which is not very well known, because it's been erased from history. Homer, of course, told us about giants, minotaurs, sirens, and many other odd beings and creatures in Odysseus. And in Jason and the Golden Fleece, we learn about the Minotaur as well. Today, we read these novels as fiction, and they are to a certain degree, but there is also truth in them.